A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
MLB The Show has baseball coming your way on a summer night at Oriole Park in Baltimore. Tonight it's the first of 3 to start the new week between the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. Kansas City find themselves on a 5-game skid. They'll try to get back on track. next. Jamison Taillon will be the starter for the O's in this contest. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
The 1-2.
And
on the ground out to second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands? Ready now for Baltimore, Melvin Fontaine. Good opportunity for him to add to his season RBI total here, which currently sits as third best in the American League. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. And that's the second out. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. His batting average is on the rise right now. And if you look at his last 10 games, you know why. He's hitting over 350 in that span. So he's found his groove. He's hitting just about everything right now.
Digging in for his second at-bat, David Dahl. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Fontaine is underneath this one. 2 gone. Digging in now for Kansas City, Carlos Suarez picked up an RBI on a sac fly in his first appearance. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Toward second. Fontaine is up. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Royals 7 and the Orioles 2. Into the box, Melvin Fontaine. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Ready once again, Melvin Fontaine. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Now here it comes.
Come on,
Hit back toward the mound. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the run is Dahl. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Royals' Road to the Show report. Two guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. Next will be the designated hitter, Freddie Schuler. Fontaine leads off first with one away. Tap down the line. He's got it to second for one, and nearly a double play. That was closer than I thought it would be, and the inning will continue. Leading off the inning, Melvin Fontaine, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Back up the middle. And a good throw gets him one gone. Stepping into the box, Melvin Fontaine. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Melvin Fontaine.
First offering on its way. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike one.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Hard 90,
well,
hard
certainly
90,
it had
hard
to be
90.
that, but if he was...
On to first, and that is going to conclude the festivities here tonight.
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
8-2 tonight's final. The Kansas City Royals took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Alfonso Montalvo gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year. Jamison Taillon was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. Eric Kane takes the rare 3-inning save, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight. First.
Tuesday night baseball from Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. 2 playoff hopefuls duke it out for wild card standing. Next. Eric Schmoll is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This guy's kind of hard to figure out. You think most pitchers would love pitching in their home ballpark, but he struggled at home so far this season. There hasn't been a lot of home cooking for this guy, and that's something he needs to turn around in a big way.
Stepping up now, Melvin Fontaine. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Fontaine.
First offering on its way. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's already hit over 30 home runs this season. He could quit right now and it would be considered a good year. But as he continues to play this season out, I'm looking to see what the end result could be.
Leading off the inning, Sherwood McElroy, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Hard on the ground to second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. And the guy who brought home gold last year resides at second base in this one today. The ability to pivot with anybody in the game, turn in double plays, hand over fist. The ability to have range both right and left and makes all the routine plays.
Stepping into the box, Paul Elbert. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit sharply on the ground, and that gets through for a one-out base hit.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there, made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Now to the plate, Melvin Fontaine. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Second baseman, Melvin Fontaine.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
You might see a change of game plan right here from the pitcher and catcher. They have to find a way to get these guys off that early count heater. Look for a little bit of change of pace.
High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Dahl. And that's the first out of the inning. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Royals' Road to the Show report. 2 guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. So next to the plate for the Royals, Paul Elbert. He singled his last time up.
Paul Elbert.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Oh, that grounder got him. So gets him. So they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be. Now at the plate, Melvin Fontaine. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie. First pitch on its way. Takes this the other way to right. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Yeah, great job.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Now batting.
So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Mario Vila. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. He's running. A pitch out. The throw on a great time to pitch out as he'll be thrown out easily at second.
Wow, that's a big time throw right there. And it's a tall task to throw him out stealing a bag. But he got rid of it quickly, and it was a good job down there applying the quick tag. They'll have to feel.
So the Royals batting order turns over and set to go. Arthur Newsom as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right.
1-1-1.
This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
And that's under his glove. Oh, he picked his head up, and it's into right field. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score.
Dan, I'm blown away he even swung at that pitch, let alone got a knock in it. Well-executed changeup down in the zone.
And that was a really good pitch. If he doesn't put wood on this ball might even.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Melvin Fontaine. And, Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
First pitch on its way. A bouncer to the left side, played on the backhand. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 left for the Orioles. They trail it 4-1. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Hernandez on third, Newsom at second, Pittman at first, 2 out in the inning. Into center field, line drive, base hit. 1 run is scored, and the second run will score to make this a 7-1 ball game.
Boy, talking about having.
Stepping up to the plate, Chris Hernandez is looking for hit number 3 here in this at bat. The 0-1 on its way. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll see 8, 9, and 1.
Wow, a 9-out save. That's 3 full innings. You don't see that very often these days. It's awfully nice to have a guy in the back end of your bullpen that can pitch that kind of work.
A 9-2 finish at the end of this contest.